Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus one more time, and this is the evening on the 6th July. I'm back at you this time because I got some more information that I want to share with you. This message is basically to everyone in America, but more specifically to the general public. This is an alert to the general public. As candidate for President of the United States of America, with one thing in mind, and that is that the will of God and the beauty of life that has been designed for you from the beginning gets to be experienced right here on this earth. In other words, thy will be done on earth right here. That paradise living, that joy living for everybody right here. That's my concern. And so I come to you, ladies and gentlemen, right now as we prepare to make this changeover. I want you to know that America is living to a set of rules that they think others are living by. I'm speaking about the political concerns right now. Right now, we have America just going by the normal process, but you got, and that's expressing the Democrats. But Donald Trump, I don't know about the Republicans, but Donald Trump and his cohorts are following a plan called the New World Order. Now, he's always talking about conspiracy theories. Want people to focus on you. And everything that you might say out there might be clumsy and crazy, as if it has something to do with some sort of conspiracy, when everything he does is directly related to the conspiracy to take over this country, as they've taken over China, as they've taken over Russia, as they've taken over North Korea, as they've taken over so many places in the world. Yes, my friends, this is what's going on. And you know, let me tell you something. The reason I want to talk to you today is to tell you this. What I want you to do is to prepare for what they are planning on doing to you. Your President Donald Trump and the Department of Justice, that chief man, are the #1 crooks in America today. Bill Barr is a greater crook than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just crazy. He's just ignorant and don't care. But Bill Barr thinks he's professional. He thinks he knows the law. He knows how to get around the law. And his job is to show this president how to get around the United States of America and all of its people and all of its ambitions, whether the good and the bad. He walked into this government and spat in the American people's face. He and Donald Trump corrupted and violated every rule of decency, and then stood back and said they didn't care what you're gonna do about it. And Congress sat back on its loins like they couldn't do a thing about it. And you, the people, sat back even further on your loins, like what's the hell going on, like you got someone else to blame. Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going on. Donald Trump is in office. You were tested during that election. You were given 2 people that represented evil. And you said evil was okay. You was just going to choose the lesser of 2 evils. You know what that indicated? That indicated that you were evil. Yes, that election indicated that the nation of America and its political process was filled and dominated with evil. And the people were too blind or too helpless to do anything about it. And so you got the worst. You got Donald Trump. Miss Clinton ain't no better, but she's a little bit better, I guess. I have to say that. Why I say that? Because they didn't choose her. They chose Trump. So Trump must be worse. And all of the things that he's done, that was already projected before he came into office. He knew the challenges that was going to be confronted with his actions. He knew that was already planned. How was he going to respond? He knew, and he responded just like it. What it is, it's a test to see where you, the American people, are at. And you are just where they're at. But let me say to you, America, you tell your Congress that Bill Barr and Donald Trump must be impeached now, because they got a plan set up so heavy, so deep for America. If you don't do this now, till it's gonna just blow your head wide open. These guys are evil. What am I saying to you? I'm saying to you, we have said that this is a nation of laws. We have said that no man is above the law. And we have projected that perhaps there are about 350 million people in this country. And right now, everybody is held to that law, except the two men who are supposed to be in charge. And that means that no law is applicable to any citizen. And you, anybody that would try to enforce any law on anyone after having Trump and Barr violate these rules and regulations, it would be anti-God every step of the way. Yes, it would, ladies and gentlemen. It would be exactly that. Now let me say to you, ladies and gentlemen, as I get ready to close, I did a viral study of this nation. Every city, I did a survey to identify all of the people who were having some problems in that city. Money shortage, living from day to day, paycheck to paycheck, or no check, welfare, all of these things that people identified as being less than ideal or less than desirable in every city. And we took that to the mayors, city councilmen, and aldermen, and we put it on the table and said, you wanted to represent us, and here you are, and here are our concerns. Deal with them if you can. And none of them were able to deal with them. And so we said, well, all of the cities in every state, now we're going to go to the state capital. And those city mayors and aldermen that will go with us, we appreciate you. And those of you who won't, we read you quite well. And so, in the study, all of the cities within this nation went to the state capitals, and they laid their concerns on their desk and said to the governor and to the state legislatures, you wanted to rule, you wanted to be the boss, you had the ideals, so here are your failures, here are the shortcomings. What can you do about it? And you know what? They said they couldn't do anything about that. They were doing the best they could do. And so we took all the cities throughout the United States. We took 50 states and we headed to Washington. We took with us those mayors and aldermen and city councilmen that will go. We took those governors and state legislators that will go. And we went to Washington and we stated our case. We, the people of the United States of America, recognize that this nation is governed by a group of people who have said that they are the best to rule. They are the best during these hours and these times. And so we come and put on your table the failings of the government at large. And we would like to have them fixed. And they will study that and they will come back and say, well, we can't do it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the virtual examination was an indication that the system as it is designed to fail. It is designed not to satisfy the needs of the people, just some. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this lines right up with the murder of George Floyd. The powers that be, they're not designed to serve the masses, just the some. The evidence is the suffering, the pain, and the continuation is the inability of the people to recognize that what they think is the truth is a bald-faced lie. And as long as they believe it and respond to it, this thing is going to get worse. And if you don't get rid of Donald Trump and Bill Barr right now, that worse is already in the making. I hear that those who identified Trump and his wrongdoings, who when investigated would not submit or give any information, now themselves are trying to get their hand-picked cronies to investigate the investigators. They're going to show people what kind of power they got. They violated every law. And you think they'll let you violate a law? You are your mind. So ladies and gentlemen, you want to avoid the headache that they're working out for you right now. See, this headache that they're working for you would make it very, very complicated for me to be president, because their aim is to make sure nobody is president, that Donald Trump is king. Yes, that's the plan. So now, when the mayors tell you this is too far, you've gone too far, well, it seems like it is. But let me ask you something. 400 years of second-class status, 400 years of being robbed of life and liberty, 400 years just putting up with some stuff, and you get angry to the point you just can't take it and you don't give a damn, and then somebody's going to tell you that enough is enough. When they are sitting around, the times daily are passing, and what is happening as far as change is concerned? They're waiting on an election. What the stank are you waiting for an election for? You, the people, must stand up and demand that certain things take place right away. And those who got a sign on the dotted line, got a sign on the dotted line. And ladies and gentlemen, this is no game. This is no game. Why in the world are we going to let 300 million people be ruled with evil perpetuating over their heads by a handful just because you're scared to die? Well, I'm going to wrap this up right now. I just want to leave this with you. Hope it does somebody some good. Doing me pretty good. I want to thank you very much. Till next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye. Come here, Duchess. It's time to go. Woo. Hello.